What if the most welcoming landmark in Canada was no longer welcoming? What if the pale sandstone walls and green rooftops of Parliament Hill were replaced by towers of shadow and silence? What if the very heart of Canadian democracy was black? Not bright, not open, but a fortress of mystery, power, and inevitability. Hey everyone, welcome to Eclipse Black. On this channel, we ask one question. What if the world was black? From monuments to myths, from science to psychology, we reimagine our reality through the most powerful color of all. And today, we take Canada's proudest landmark, Parliament Hill, and turn it into a monument of darkness. For more than 150 years, Parliament Hill has stood as the heart of Canadian democracy. Its Gothic Revival design, pale sandstone walls, and peace tower above the Ottawa River symbolize openness, stability, and unity. It is where laws are passed, where citizens gather, where fireworks light up the sky on Canada Day. But imagine the same structure carved in deep matte black. Sandstone replaced by obsidian. Copper roofs stripped to onyx spires. Gothic carvings swallowed by shadow. No longer shining, but absorbing light itself. Would it still feel like the house of the people? Or would it become a citadel of power, cold, eternal, untouchable? History rewritten. When Parliament was built in the 1800s, pale stone was chosen to reflect light and welcome. But had it been built in black, the symbolism would have reversed. Black is permanence, not openness, strength, not transparency. The lawn where families gather would feel ceremonial instead of casual. Canada Day fireworks would no longer sparkle with joy, but burn against a backdrop of authority. Protests would seem smaller, overshadowed by towering black spires. The symbolism of black across cultures, black magnifies presence by hiding detail. It strips away complexity and leaves only overwhelming form. A black Parliament Hill would dissolve its intricate carvings into darkness, leaving behind silhouettes that dominate the skyline. It would no longer be a monument of democracy in detail, but of power in form. The psychological impact Parliament is not just architecture, it is a stage for identity. Celebrations, vigils, protests, and national rituals all unfold in its shadow. But in black, every event would change meaning. Festivals would feel solemn, protests would feel silenced. Even everyday visits would feel less like touring history and more like entering a citadel. The people would no longer feel at home. They would feel watched. Global perception. Around the world, democratic landmarks are built in light. The White House, Westminster, the Assemblée Nationale, they project accessibility. But a black Parliament Hill would project the opposite. It would redefine Canada's global image, less approachable, more commanding. It would not invite, it would warn. Not warmth, but power, myth, and mystery. Over time, a blackened parliament would inspire stories, children whispering ghost tales about its towers, poets writing of eternal shadows over the river, artists painting its spires as guardians of the north. The Peace Tower, instead of symbolizing hope, would toll like a reminder of inevitability. Its clock would not comfort, but remind us that history never stops. So what would a black Parliament Hill mean? It would not be the friendly heart of democracy. It would be Canada's dark fortress. For citizens, reassurance would shift into awe. For the world, Canada's image would shift from gentle and open to powerful and commanding. For culture, it would become a myth of permanence and mystery. And that is the power of black. It does not just change the building, it changes the story we tell about ourselves. So, what do you think? Would a black parliament inspire pride or fear? Thank you for watching Eclipse Black. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like, comment your thoughts, subscribe for more bold reimaginings. Because here on Eclipse Black, we ask one question. What if the world was black?